Hey everyone, welcome to my classroom. Today I wanted to share with you guys how I plan my lessons.
Hey guys, Mr. Hernandez here. So when I went back to edit this footage, I realized that the audio is pretty bad and that the video on the computer is not recorded properly. I'm not going to spend the time to re-record this, so I hope you guys can get past that and still enjoy this video.
As a teacher, it's very important for me to make my lessons as engaging and educational as possible for my students. However, some teachers only have to plan a few lessons per week. Depending on what their school schedule is like, they may only need to plan 3 to 5 lessons every single week. However, I teach all of these courses, and every time I have to make an engaging and informative lesson plan for each of these courses. If I plan 4 to 5 lessons, I'm good for one day, whereas all those other teachers are good for an entire week. On a normal week, I'm planning up to 17 different lessons. That means I'm putting in more than 3 times of the effort than some of the core teachers have to put in. So here's some of the things that I'll do. So I have a lesson coming up. First, I'll try to figure out what might my students need to learn. So in one of my classes, they're gonna have to learn about binary. So I'll go and look up some binary lessons. And I'll just try to figure out, okay, what are these other teachers doing? What kind of works for me? What will they like? So I'll just take a look at what they have up here. So I like this. This looks interesting. I'll go through it and I'm like, okay, I can do some of these things here. But I feel like it doesn't fit my style. So I'll go back and I'll look at my search results and I'll just read some of these. All right, this looks good. All right, overall I look at this lesson plan and I feel like it's a little bit too childish than what I want to introduce to my high school students. So I have to think about a different way to kind of take some of the ideas from this lesson and possibly put them into my own teaching style. There are so many of these websites, blogs, videos. There are so many resources out there, even for a topic as large as binary. But unfortunately, it feels like, they're all kind of the same. And me going through all of these hundreds of ideas, I don't feel like any of them were fitting me, and it's just taking a lot of time. This is going to take me an hour for one course, and it may not even be perfect. And then that's just one lesson. Like I said, I've got to do 4 to 5 every day. So now comes in the next part of what I've been doing, and this has been a huge time saver for me. And I'm just really excited to kind of share what I've been doing and how I've been using this, because if you haven't heard about it, I'm talking about ChatGPT. Many teachers have heard about it. This has been in the news several times recently. A lot of students have heard about this, and what it's doing is this is an AI bot that is helping students with their homework. But students are kind of taking that overdrive and they're putting in like their prompts and their questions, and it's spitting out the answers, and they're just copying and pasting full essays for some of their classes and turning in that work as if it were their own, which obviously is, a bit of a gray area, but does lean towards plagiarism. So a lot of teachers are like freaking out, ChatGPT, we need to ban this. I hate the creators of computer science. All this technology. But then I looked at it and I'm like, how can this make my job easier? And I was like, okay, I want to figure out what is a good lesson for binary. So it'll think about it, and here it is. It's just spitting everything out that I might need in this class. It's giving me an objective, something I could just copy and paste into my notes for my students, because I make slides for my students every single day. Like, this is something, okay, I now know what kind of materials I might need. All right, what's a good warm-up? What should I be doing for direct instruction? All right, go ahead, kind of walk them through this. And it just keeps giving me so much. Look, it's giving me practice for the students. This is something that my students can do in my class. This is something that they'll be able to look at and like, I have it. I just typed in, hey, I need a lesson on binary, and it sped it out for me. So now what I can do is follow up ChatGPT and I say, in some of my, while I'm getting evaluated, I have to turn in a lesson plan early. and some of the principals really like to see what kind of time frame is he going to be in the warm-up, what kind of time frame is he going to be in the guided lesson, how much time are students going to have for independent practice. So I'll ask, hey ChatGPT, let's see if we can you revise this and put in times for a 90-minute class, right? The objective is still the same, okay? But now it's giving me the time frame. How much time should students have? What's the discussion we should be having in the warm-up? Okay, well that should take us about 10 minutes. So I could kind of put on a timer. Hey guys, we're going to be discussing this question for the next 10 minutes, and then bam, right? This is all happening in 10 minutes. All I have to do is copy and paste this text into my notes, send it out to my students, upload it to my website, and boom, it's done. I don't have to spend 2+ hours on one lesson sometimes. Oh, I love this part. In some cases when I've been doing this, it has given me an optional extension. Hey, this is something that would be an extra little bit that the students can do. And when you have an optional extension, this is a chance for some of the students who really got the hang of this lesson to really master and extend their learning. This is a chance for the students to really step up and kind of explore this topic on their own. So I love this application. ChatGPT has been saving me so much time since I heard about it back in December. This isn't something that's going to be crazy. It's not going to be like teaching my classes, but it's planning my lessons. Things that I don't have to worry about. All I have to do is think of, okay, what do I want my students to learn? And it'll give it to me. Now that I have ChatGPT, it's going to open up a lot more time for me. Using this 17 times every week is really going to be a time saver, right? If you think about the time I've spent planning over the years, it's so many hours of just teaching. And now that I can actually like dive into some of these topics and really get these good lesson plans, get guided on how much time I should be setting in each of these different situations, whether that's guided practice, individual, closure, warm-up, doesn't matter. I know how much time I should be spending in each of those areas. It's going to save me the time where I can focus on myself, be there for my family, be there for my students, because I'm refreshed, I'm filling up my bucket by spending that time with my family, which means ultimately I'm supporting y'all, my students. So I hope this gives you some insight into how much effort teachers are going to be planning these lessons for y'all, the students. It does take time, it does take effort. This isn't going to be replacing everything that I do as a teacher. Okay, I do so much as a teacher that a bot will never be able to do. But it's going to be a time saver for me, which with all the millions of things that teachers have to do, that is super important. So I just want to thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned to see if I'll be exploring some more of these ChatGPT style lessons, or how I can continue to use AI bots in my classes. Hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Thanks. I'll see you later.